This video is a review of Central Japan Railway Co.'s fiscal year 2025 first quarter financial results. Central Japan Railway Company, also known as JR Central, is one of the major Japanese railway companies. It operates primarily in the Chubu region, which includes Nagoya and connects major cities like Tokyo and Osaka via its Shinkansen bullet train service, specifically the Tokaido Shinkansen. JR Central is part of the Japan Railways Group and is known for its highly reliable high-speed rail service, one of the busiest and most important in Japan. The company also focuses on innovation, with ongoing projects like the development of the Chuo Shinkansen, a magnetic levitation line intended to further reduce travel times between Tokyo, Nagoya, and Osaka. JR Central's segments are transportation, merchandise, and other real estate and other segments. However, 94% of operating profit comes from Tokaido Bullet Train of Transportation segment. So, transportation segment mainly affects the business performance of JR Central. Tokaido Shinkansen, passenger volume and transportation revenues. This is compared to FY 2018, which was normal figures, before the coronavirus pandemic and passenger numbers plummeted. In the first quarter, passenger volume of the Tokaido Shinkansen at the Tokyo Gate was 96% of the level in fiscal year 2018. Passenger volume continued to be higher on Saturdays, Sundays, and public holidays, when passengers are mainly tourists, than on weekdays, when passengers are mainly business travelers. Transportation revenues combining Shinkansen and conventional lines were 102% of the fiscal year 2018 figures. Number of passengers has been steadily recovering from the decrease after COVID pandemic. Comparative quarterly statements of income. Consolidated operating revenues increased by 40.1 billion yen year-on-year to 435.2 billion yen. Both revenues and income increased, with operating income, ordinary income, and net income attributable to owners of the parent rising to 184.3 billion yen, 171.2 billion yen, and 119.7 billion yen, respectively. Progress rate of net income in the first quarter is 31% against an annual forecast of 381 billion yen. 31% progress in the first quarter is a good start. Factors for robust transportation revenues relative to passenger volume. Shinkansen passenger volume was 96%, but revenue was 102% compared to fiscal year 2018 first quarter. Approximately 2 percentage points are due to changes in the demand structure, including a weak recovery in commuter demand, which has low unit prices, whereas long-distance passenger volume, such as for tourism, is robust, and the strong passenger volume in green cars, which is first class. Approximately 3 percentage points reflect the effects of pricing strategies, such as the revision of the express reservation pricing system and the revision of the Japan Rail Pass prices. The Japan Rail Pass offers unlimited travel on most trains, including the Shinkansen, for a set number of days. JR Central will continue to implement not only demand creation measures to recover passenger volume, which is the basis of earnings, but also unit price improvement measures to further expand revenue. Status of inbound demand. Due to the weak yen, the number of foreign tourists has been increasing. Inbound revenue among transportation revenues was approximately 27 billion yen in the first quarter, or approximately 2.2 times the figure for fiscal year 2018. JR Central says they will continue to promote the attractions of traveling on the Tokaido Shinkansen, targeting overseas tourists, and work to expand the use of mobile app Smart EX and strengthen cooperation with municipalities and overseas online travel agents. Superconducting maglev train. Chuo Shinkansen. JR Central is developing Chuo Shinkansen, a high-speed train system that uses superconducting magnetic levitation technology. This is JR Central's biggest project in progress. This project aims to connect Tokyo and Nagoya in its first phase, with an extension to Osaka planned for the future. The maglev train can achieve speeds of up to 500 kilometers per hour, 311 miles per hour, due to its use of powerful superconducting magnets, which allow the train to levitate above the tracks, reducing friction and enabling faster travel. superconducting magnets create a strong magnetic field, allowing the train to hover above the tracks, significantly reducing friction compared to traditional trains. The train runs on specially designed guideways that contain the superconducting magnets and coils, which control levitation and propulsion. With a top speed of around 500 kilometers per hour, the maglev train will dramatically reduce travel times between major cities. For example, the journey from Tokyo to Nagoya is expected to take just 40 minutes compared to 90 minutes on current Shinkansen trains. Although construction is underway, the full line from Tokyo to Osaka isn't expected to be completed until around 2034. The project has faced some challenges, including environmental concerns and opposition from governments of Shizuoka Prefecture. The SC maglev technology is considered a cutting-edge advancement in transportation, and JR Central hopes it will revolutionize high-speed travel in Japan and beyond. Status of Choshinkansen project. 1 point. The map shows the planned route between Shinagawa and Nagoya. The red line indicates sections where construction contracts have already been signed, and the orange line represents the Yamanashi maglev line on trial. Construction work progressed steadily in various areas along the line. Status of Choshinkansen Project 2. Shizuoka officials, led by the previous governor, have expressed serious concerns that the construction of tunnels for the maglev line could damage the environment and potentially reduce water flow of the river in Shizuoka. This conflict has delayed the progress of the maglev project, particularly the section that passes through Shizuoka. While JR Central and the Japanese government are eager to advance the project, the dispute with Shizuoka remains one of the key challenges to completing the projection. In preparation for the start of tunnel excavation in the Shizuoka section of the Southern Alps Tunnel, JR Central exchanged opinions with Shizuoka Prefecture and Shizuoka City, among others, based on the report by the government's Expert Council on Water Resources and Preservation of the Environment. On May 13th, a meeting of the Expert Committee of the Shizuoka Prefectural Geological Structure and Water Resources Subcommittee was held, which confirmed that the risks associated with the ongoing high-speed and long-range pre-excavation exploratory drilling are being managed from a technical point of view. JR Central says they will carefully proceed with survey drilling toward the Shizuoka Prefecture border, based on the management flow presented to the Expert Committee of the Shizuoka Prefecture. Dividends. For fiscal year 2025, annual dividend is forecasted to be 30 yen per share. Dividend amount was decreased in 2020 due to the deficit during COVID pandemic. Dividend yield is less than 1%, which is not a high dividend, but dividend amount per share has been increasing at least. Stock price. This is the Japanese yen-based chart for the last 1 year. The Japanese yen stock price is 3,309 yen as of October 4th, and the US dollar stock price is $11.26 as of October 4th. Current PBR is 0.76, and PER is 8.5. Dividend yield is 0.91%. Compared to the last few years, PBR, PER, and dividend yield show that current stock price is relatively cheaper. Conclusion. In the past, revenues from Shinkansen had suddenly deteriorated due to the effects of COVID-19, but the revenues have been recovering recently. For now, the weak yen continues, so we can expect continued revenue from inbound tourists. Although there are still challenges to overcome, once the Choshinkansen opens, greater profits can be expected. First quarter progress rate is 31%, and JR Central's financial performance is getting better.